Yeah, so first off, obviously want to give honor where honor is due to Pearl and Tom and Myra and my supervisor Josiah and that Josiah as well. This Josiah is always an inspiration, so if you know him, get around him. So I'm going to be honest, I honestly forgot I was doing this until yesterday. But luckily, as Connor knows, Pastor David Chittick always used to tell us to always have a 5-minute preach in your back pocket. So luckily, this is one that I've had in my notes actually for a couple of years.
Wow.
And last night I just spent some time fleshing it out. So I've always been really fascinated with the idea of sound versus noise. And the definition of sound is vibrations that travel through the air or another medium and can be heard when they reach a person's ear, produced by continuous and regular vibrations as opposed to noise. Sound conveys a specified impression when heard. It has purpose. And noise is a series of combination of loud, confused sounds, especially when causing disturbance, especially one that is loud or unpleasant.
Come on.
So the question I want to ask is, are we making sound or just noise? Sound carries a purpose. It sends a message. It creates an atmosphere, and it makes you feel something. Noise distracts or gets attention. It's confused and it's unpleasant most of the time. Like when a baby's crying, it gets your attention and it tells me that the baby needs something, but it doesn't communicate a message. It doesn't communicate. That's why as we grow older, we learn to speak and make sounds with our words. In the Bible, God talks about sound a lot and its power. In Exodus chapter 28, talking about Aaron, Moses' brother, it says, "And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goes into the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, that he die not." God used Aaron as a vessel in this time for his sound to reach the Israelites as they were transitioning from captivity to the land that God had promised them. And in Joshua, we all know the story of the walls of Jericho, and it says, "And it shall come to pass that when they make a long sound with the ram's horn, and when you hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up every man straight before him." It was sound that tore down the walls. It wasn't just noise, but the sound that they made had purpose.
Come on.
And on the opposite of that, in Amos, God talks about noise, and Jesus says, "Take away from me the noise of your songs. I will not even listen to the sound of your harps." And in this time, in the book of Amos, God is really rebuking the Israelites and really the people that claim to know him and claim to worship him, because their praises were empty and their songs didn't glorify God in the way that they should have. Wow. They were glorifying themselves. So to God, that's just noise. It wasn't creating anything that God had purpose. So when we sing or write songs, pray and speak, we need to be making sound and not noise, because sound is what is going to reach people. It's what is going to allow God to move through us. The world is always making noise all around us, and I don't think that's ever been more prevalent than it is today.
Come on.
And so it's our job as a church and as Christians, as believers, as leaders, to be making a sound that cuts through that.
Yes.
And I find it as I learn more about like audio engineering and stuff like that. When you tune the right sound, it cuts through all the noise around it, and that's exactly what God's called us to be in the world, especially today. So yeah.
Woo!